Chandra, do you think most salon owners realize they're contributing to the chaos, or does it usually come as a really big wake-up call?
I think it comes as a big wake-up call. I think they don't realize that they're probably the biggest contributor to that chaos, and they just keep going and going and going, and then bam, it just hits you, and now all of a sudden you're in it, a big mess.
What are some signs for you that maybe you saw that your salon needed more structure and less emotional energy management?
For me, the biggest things was that feeling that it was like out of control. Like I just felt like things were running crazy, not working the way that I wanted them to work, constantly stressed out about it. And that red flag feeling is just kind of not being in control anymore. And you just don't know what to do.
Yeah. And we see this as we coach a lot of salon owners. What would you say is one of the biggest red flags as we are coaching people that you tend to see?
I think that they think they have a great culture and they don't. And so I think that's a big red flag, because as soon as we start diving into that coaching, we realize there's a lot of holes in what they're trying to build and create. And they're just, they don't know what to do or how they got there, but we can help them figure that out, right?
Absolutely. I was thinking back and I was thinking about one of our coaching intensive, and we worked with a owner who had just really hit her breaking point. Her stylist, they just pushed back on every single boundary. One had a full-blown breakdown in the break room after being told just to redo a service. Clients treated her personal phone like it was this customer service hotline. Worst of all, this owner felt trapped, like fixing it would either push people away or make things even worse. So what we did is we started with one simple shift, and we talked to her about structure. Within 2 weeks, she had a written boundary and behavior agreement for her entire team. She retrained her staff on communication expectations. She stopped answering client texts and redirected all messages to the salon's professional line. Was there pushback? 100%. Never going to lie to you guys. But the energy shifted instantly. Her team finally knew what was expected. The drama stopped feeding itself, and those who refused to respect the changes, they removed themselves. And that's the thing. When your business runs on clarity instead of chaos, people either rise to the standard or they leave. And that's not a loss. That is leadership. Chandra, have you seen this happen before besides this one incident where, just setting a few clear boundaries changed everything about the salon culture?
Yeah, I mean, almost every instance that we've worked with, honestly, like when we start putting that in place for those owners, it's unbelievable. And again, like you said, they do lose some team members sometimes, but their culture and their structure and everything starts to actually see growth. And it starts to get better once they put that structure in place. So almost every single time.
Why do you think owners feel so guilty about putting structure in place, even when, it clearly helps? There is no ifs, ands, or buts. It helps 1,000,000%. But why do you think they feel so guilty?
I think they're just afraid to enforce rules, and they feel bad telling people if they're doing something wrong or if they're not falling in line with what the policies are. I think they're kind of afraid of it. And I think they feel like people are going to leave or be mad, but you can't feel guilty. I mean, it's part of being the owner.
And it's so sad that we just get so comfortable with the employees that we have. Yes, I love my team, don't get me wrong, but not everybody is meant to be there and be there for the long haul, in my opinion. Yet we get so attached to them, we end up making every decision and running our business based off of what's going to make them happy, not what's going to take care of us and our families for the long run. It's really, really sad. Salon chaos, it doesn't come out of nowhere. It happens when those expectations aren't clear, when those boundaries aren't reinforced, and it happens when leadership reacts emotionally instead of responding strategically.